Hey guys, guess what? The Switch is now 8 years old. That is insane! I mean, to be fair, my cousin also turns 8 today, but what's more important? A human being or a console that can play Metroid Dread?
8 years, that's insane. I mean, that's more than 2. And just like any good gaming console, this had tons of games released for it. And everybody wanted to switch. So let's take a look at the best of this console's life with the games it gave us. Now we aren't including remakes or remasters because, I mean, anyone could up-res Skyward Sword. I mean, it can't be that hard.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Also, I haven't played every little game on Switch since, well, I need to sleep at some point. So the Fire Emblem games, Bayonetta 3, and the Xenoblade games will not be here. I'm sure they're good, but I also don't have a spare 100 hours or so. Also, exclusive games only. Like, yeah, this console has Fortnite. Pretty good game, but everything has Fortnite. Even my crappy ass phone has Fortnite on it. Having Fortnite on your console is just the equivalent of putting your name on the paper. So here it is, the best games on Nintendo Switch in no particular order. Because if I revealed the ranking of these games, I think I would be shocked.
I've already been shot twice this week, and I can't afford to go to the hospital, so I've just been using oversized bandages.
First up, we have Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Both of these games are pretty good, shocker. But these are easily some of my favorite Zelda games. I got lost in these games' version of Hyrule, exploring for hours at a time. I know the layout of this place more than I know the layout of my actual town. Like, I can tell you where the one island is that steals your shit in record time, but my home address? That's a little tricky.
It's a house, there's some grass, I think. There might be a road next to it. Not sure.
I love the sense of exploration it gives you. I swear half this game was just me seeing some crap in the distance and then walking there just to see what the hell it was. And even if it was just an enemy encampment, I mean, damn it, I discovered that and I felt proud of it. Now, what game do I like more?
Pass.
On one hand, Tears of the Kingdom is better in so many ways. The world has more stuff to do, the dungeons are better, the weapons and abilities are all better, and the only downgrade really is the story. Because by the 10th time I hear about the imprisoning war, I start to feel like I've been imprisoned. But on the other hand, Breath of the Wild did it first, meaning it felt more special. Breath of the Wild is like a Subway sandwich. Tears of the Kingdom is a toasted Subway sandwich. They're basically the same thing, but one tastes slightly better. Did that make any sense? I don't know, I think I'm just hungry. Speaking of Zelda games, Echoes of Wisdom is one of my favorites on this little console. To me, this is easily the second best 2D Zelda game. Why only second best? Because I played this one first, that's why. This game has such a cool concept using the echoes for all kinds of puzzles. It felt like I was getting a new dungeon item every 5 seconds and made the game so fresh and fun. I love the dungeons and the characters were charming to say the very least. Not the best Zelda cast by any means, but more than adequate, and the story, I mean, it's not incredible, but it's better than the other Zelda stories on Switch. The game can be clunky, but I never really cared. I love this game a ton, and I know I said I wasn't going to reveal the rankings of these games, but Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are better games.
What, do you think I was going to say something stupid? No, I can't. I'm already out of oversized bandages. I can't afford to be a dumbass today.
Speaking of games where you control little gremlins, we have Pikmin 4. Man, what a game. Genuinely, this game alongside Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder makes 2023 by far the best year of the Nintendo Switch. I mean, it's Pikmin 4, the game that was somehow done in 2015 and only just released in 2023. What, did they accidentally forget to save? In truth, this game had a rocky development to say the least, but it was worth it in the end because this is a great game. I loved every single aspect of this game. It was just so fun to play it over the summer. And it also had the most evil character in all of fiction. I'm not really joking here. Speaking of obscure franchises that only 10 people care about, Metroid Dread is incredible. To me, Metroid always felt weird as a Nintendo franchise. Like, this game series is a dark sci-fi space story with all this crap in it, and the newest game has some of the hardest bosses ever. And you're telling me the Nintendogs guys made this? Wow, spot the difference. Metroid Dread is one of those games I thought would never happen. I mean, this was originally a DS game, and to think over a decade later this would happen? I wasn't even the biggest Metroid fan, and I still lost my mind. The game is incredible. The bosses in particular are great. That's another thing I love. This game does not hold back. It's genuinely difficult as hell. In fact, with some of the parts in this game being this hard, I would go to argue this is the hardest game on Nintendo Switch that Nintendo actually published. Actually, second hardest, because I can't bring myself to play this game. Visually, man, this is gorgeous. I love the backgrounds here. The world feels so lived in, like it's all one ecosystem. It's amazing. My only complaint is that the soundtrack isn't incredible, but like, when the worst I can say about your game is that one part isn't incredible, you made a pretty good game. Though looking back, though the Switch did have a strong life, I can't help but feel like 1 year was pretty darn weak, and that was 2018. But that year was all worth it in the end, because we got what might be the console's defining game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. What a game. I mean, just from the first trailer alone, this game feels so special. And then you follow that trailer up with the Everyone Is Here trailer, and it becomes clear that this is the greatest thing humanity's ever made, right alongside, I don't know, guns probably. And the game just never stopped. Even after the game launched with all the DLC fighters, the hype just grew and grew. I mean, this series introduced me to Persona of all things, and now that's basically my favorite game series of all time. On top of that, Steve from Minecraft got in. Freaking I Am Steve got in. That's insane. And Sora got in too, meaning Sakurai had to work with Disney of all people. And look, there's Disney in the copyright. Like, what is going on? I haven't even talked about how fun the game is. This is the best Smash Bros. I've ever felt. And with such a huge roster of gaming icons, it would be impossible not to find a character you like. See? Let's ask random weirdo no one likes.
There's Chief Dumby from Lego City Undercover!
Well, you can't please everyone, I guess. Speaking of huge multiplayer experiences I spent way too much time in, oh my god, I love Splatoon. I grew up with this series, and going from Splatoon 1 to this is a crazy experience. Everything is so refined, minus the map design. The game is just so fast and fun, and not to brag, but I'm pretty good at it. Sometimes. This game is the closest I get not to being total crap at a multiplayer game. I mean, I got an X-Rank a couple times, but I only did that when I played the game consistently. I don't play as much anymore, but after 400 hours, the game just isn't as fun as it used to be. So, kind of a shitty game, honestly. But those first 400 hours, pretty good. I can't wait for Splatoon 4, because hopefully by then, we'll be able to play more than 2 maps at a time.
For the last time, Nintendo, I don't want to play on that map for the 10th time this hour.
Another game I have way too many hours in is Animal Crossing New Horizons. First of all, I am sorry for the state of my island. It's been a year since I've been here, but hey, the place is still pretty cozy. You got the workout center and the fun zone, as I call it, the restaurant, and what I like to call the baller zone. LeBron ain't got shit on me. This game was the perfect game during the pandemic. Just interacting with fake people, living in a fake town, living in a fake house. Okay, this game's pretty depressing when you think about it. But man, it was just so nice, damn it. And my dumb little town, you know what? I'm proud of it. I love this game to death, and I can't wait to play the next game in the series and waste another 100 hours playing it. You know how I mentioned I couldn't put Fortnite on the list? Well, don't worry. I found something better. Okay, to be fair, Peter Griffin isn't in this game. These two battle royales are just so fun. The way it reinvents these two classics into addicting battle royales is so impressive. What's even more impressive is that these games are basically full-on entries in their respective series. I mean, F-Zero 99 has an insane amount of content. And also, I mean, Nintendo's Online can do this now, and that's insane. I remember when they couldn't even do the most basic of stuff in Smash Bros. Brawl. This is absurd. Man, too bad there isn't any more of these fun Battle Royale games that released and were really fun and got shut down too soon.
We live in the worst timeline.
I hate when people say all Switch games look bad. And like, yeah, fair point. Yes, the Pokemon games look really bad. But it doesn't mean there's some incredible looking games on here. Case in point, Luigi's Mansion 3. One of, if not the best looking games on Switch. Genuinely, this game looks on the same level as some PS4 games. Like, how does it even run on Switch? And that's not all. This game has an incredible engaging action puzzle adventure gameplay loop that has so much creativity to it. It basically blows the original game out of the water and basically freaking murders the second one. Jesus. Another incredibly fun game is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's kind of weird it took the series this long to become 3D, but man, was the wait worth it, because this is far and away the best Kirby game ever. Every level is just so creative and fun, and the gameplay is simply perfected. The series did not miss a beat in going to extra access. It's just such a fun game. It has one of the craziest endings to any game I've ever played. I'm serious. Now, during this video, I said a few mean things to Pokemon. But, I mean, I know they can do better. Case in point, the best Pokemon game. Pokemon Legends Arceus is just everything I wish Pokemon was. Outside of visuals, because wow, I thought I was bad at art. The game may not look good, but man does it play good. Everything just feels so damn great. The controls and gameplay are just so perfect. And guess what? This is an actually hard game at points. Like, I don't want to spoil the game, but one of the Pokemon Masters genuinely had me playing it for hours, just trying to beat him. It was insane. Man, I wonder what they followed this game up with. Oh. I feel like if anything, the Switch era can be defined as a reform for many Nintendo series. Pikmin and Metroid got back from the dead, F-Zero kinda did, heck Mario Party is good again, and 2D Mario is wonderful again. Mario Wonder is just so full of creativity and is simply wonderful. Damn it, I already used that joke. The game is brimming with creativity. I mean, just look at the Wonder Flower. It alone made every level such a treat to experience. And visually, this is what I mean when I say art style matters more than graphics. Yeah, technically the newest Call of Duty is more graphically impressive, but in 10 years, guess which game's gonna look better? I'll tell you, it's not the game that you shoot people in. But what if the best 2D Mario game isn't enough for you? Well, make it yourself! Endless Mario levels at your disposal, with so many of them being simply incredible. Heck, people have made full-on Mario games here. Heck, I'm working on my own Mario game in here right now. It's nowhere near done, I only have like 5 levels or so done. But I can't wait to keep working on it. I mean, this is the game that inspired me to go into game development, so in 5 years, when I actually make a game, you can blame this game. You know how I mentioned Mario Party is good now? Yeah, it is. It may have taken way too many damn games, but we are so back. Super Mario Party Jamboree is just perfect. Even the things I didn't initially like about the game are now incredible to me. Like, the allies are just so annoying when I first played the game, but now I love how stupid they are. The boards are great, the minigames are great outside of you. Heck, the game has a story mode. This game is awesome. If you want a great party, play this game. And ending this celebration of me giving Nintendo way too much money, we have the start of this crazy obsession. The first game I ever played on my Switch, Super Mario Odyssey. This game is what made me love the Switch. After starving on the same 5 Skylanders games on the Wii U for years, I finally got a Nintendo Switch in early 2018 and I fell in love with it. And I feel like this is a perfect game to get for a Switch. I mean, it's such a great first impression of the console. It's a crazy inventive 3D platformer that I played again and again and again. It's the first game I ever 100%ed. And even to this day, it's one of my favorite video games of all time. So, thank you Nintendo. Thank you for releasing a console with all these great games that shaped the person I am today. Thank you for the hours of my life spent playing these games. Thank you for the memories you helped me make. And thank you for letting me play your games.
I was only 8 when I first got my Switch, and now I'm 17. That's crazy to think about. And I wouldn't trade a Switch for anything in the world. Wait, what's that? You'll give me a Switch too if I give you my Switch for free? Well, sign me up. I don't need this anymore.